Hello, Debbie here from EasyPianoStyles.com. Today's lesson is on the 12-bar blues. Blues originates from the black slaves brought to America in the 17th century, and it crosses all genres of music, from country to jazz, folk, gospel, swing, R&B, and many other forms of jazz. You can even hear the blues in contemporary music, and it's the foundation, actually, of all popular music. In the early part of the 20th century, 12-bar blues was a defined form, and some surmise that W.C. Handy invented this form. He was actually considered the father of the blues. Now, the 12-bar blues consists of 3 chords in a very specific order. In today's lesson, you're going to learn those 3 chords in the key of F, although you can play the blues in any key. Those 3 chords are F, B flat, and C7. I'm going to teach you 2 voicings for each one of those chords, a simple way to play those 3 chords. And then I'm going to teach you a very simple pattern in the right hand, which jazz people call riffs. We're going to combine those 2, and you're going to learn the beginning of blues improvisation, which is really fun to learn. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello everybody. So we're going to start our first lesson on the blues with the 12 bars as I was describing to you earlier. We're going to do this in the key of F. Key of F. The home base is F. Now our 3 chords, there's only 3 chords that you need to learn to play in this 12 bar blues in the key of F. That's F, F major. I'm going to put a 7th on top of each one, so that's another note on the top. So we have F, A, C, and E flat. That's an F7. Okay, that's our 1 chord. Our 4 chord, which is next, is a B flat chord, which is down here. B flat, D, F, and A flat. Now don't worry, you're not going to have to play all of these notes because I'm going to give you a kind of jazzy way to play them, which is in fact easier than what I'm doing right now. But a B flat chord consists of B flat, D, F, and A flat. And the final chord is a C7. A C7 starts on C, and you play C, E, G, and B flat. Doesn't that sound bluesy right there? Okay, so our easier voicings, the way we're going to play the F7 is we're just going to play the 7th of the chord, which is the top note, and the 3rd of the chord, which is next to the root of the chord. So for example, in an F7 chord, this is the root, the F is the root, the A is the 3rd, the C is the 5th, and the E flat is the 7th. So we're only going to play the 7th and the 3rd of each one of these chords. So in this case, for the F, we'd be playing that. That's all, just 2 notes, E flat and A, in that order. For our B flat chord, the 7 and the 3rd would be D, which is the 3rd, and A flat, which is the 7th. And finally, for the 3rd and the 7th of a C7 chord, we're going to play the E and the B flat. So, for the F7 as a review, we have E flat and A. For the B flat, we have D and A flat right next door. And for the C7, we have E and B flat right next door. So that's another benefit of playing this way. You don't have to jump around a lot. It's nice and smooth. Okay, so we have the voicings and now the order. We start, there's 12, the 12-bar blues means 12 measures. So for measure 1, we're doing the F7. That's the 1 chord. Measure 2, we're doing the 4 chord. This is written in the article so that you can refer to it. So we have the F7 for 4 beats, B flat, then we're back to the F. 2, 3, 4. Now we're back to the B flat. Another B flat, and back to the F7 again. We have our C7, which is E and B flat, back to the B flat, which is D and A flat, and the F, and C7 at the end. Now notice that there are no roots of these chords. Root meaning the name of the chord that you're playing. Actually, you're not playing, and that's what creates the jazzy, bluesy quality to it. Okay, so once you can do that, then we can add a little something in the right hand. We keep it really simple because we're going to grow on. We're going to add to this as the weeks go by. We're just going to start with an F, and we're just going to go like that. We're going to do it swing, so it's try that. F, F, and we're going to do that on each measure. So if we start on F, it would be this. Now we're on the next measure, the B flat, back to the F. F again. B flat. Notice how this little riff works on each chord. This pattern, it's called a riff in jazz. Now we're on the C7. Bars. Now once you can do that, then you can start to add a little bit, another riff. You can go F, F, A flat, F. So instead of, we've replaced the E flat with an A flat. So watch, we'll go through that. B flat, back to the F7, B flat, F7, C7, B flat, and back to F, and C7 for the turn. And then when you feel comfortable with that, then you can go back and forth between the two riffs. Gradually you expand the notes that you can play in the right hand, and pretty soon you are starting to improvise with the blues, which sounds very cool, and you can't really make a mistake. It all sounds wonderful. Give that a shot, and we'll continue with this lesson next time. Bye-bye.